Impossible timetables, defects and falling safety standards. They're just a few of the complaints bus drivers in Greater Sydney have levelled against the private companies that they work for. A survey of almost 300 drivers found a whopping 90% felt pressured to drive unsafely to stay on schedule. They say the state government's competitive tender process creates an incentive for operators to provide bus services at the lowest cost. Their union says that potentially puts lives at risk. Here's reporter Jessica Kidd.
Across Greater Sydney, private companies rule the bus routes. But the drivers who work for them say several companies have cut costs and corners, and that's compromising safety.
I talk to drivers from these companies every day and they're very concerned about the state of some of the buses that they're driving. They do put in the defects and they'll come back here and say, hey, they didn't fix it.
A survey of 285 drivers employed by private companies found more than half said they had reported serious maintenance issues which went unresolved. Almost all said they felt pressured to drive unsafely, pushing speed limits to meet on-time targets. And 78% were abused by customers because buses were running late after failing to meet unrealistic timetables. The pressure to meet timetable deadlines is high. Bus companies are penalised if they fail to meet the 95% on-time target. Bus drivers say they've been hauled before management and even questioned while they're on the road to explain why they're running late.
The pressure comes straight back to the driver. You know, it's you meet those on-time running commitments and the driver feels his job's at threat if he can't do it.
The drivers' union says the problems have worsened since the state government opened up Sydney's private bus regions to competitive tender 2 years ago. The government says it's saving $45 million a year from the 8 contracts it's already signed. But the union says that price pressure is being felt on the road.
The focus has been on cutting costs. And we've seen companies that have provided services in these areas for long periods of time lose out to new companies that have come in and heavily undercut them.
The union says the state government's tender process should be dumped.
It's the New South Wales government which is the principal contractor. In reality, it's really the effective employer of our bus driver members, and it's the New South Wales government that has the power, that has the ability to step in and make the difference.
But Transport for New South Wales says there are enough checks. It sets the timetables, buses are inspected twice a year, and maintenance and safety issues are reported every month. Jessica Kidd, ABC News.